Damn, Mikasa don't give a fuck who she has to go through to get back her Eren. As usual, people, this video will contain spoilers on Attack on Titan, the manga, so if you're an anime-only viewer or you do not want to be spoiled, make sure you just click out this video and check back at another time when you are caught up or something. Be warned, there will be spoilers in this video about Attack on Titan. Now, I definitely gotta say that this chapter took a more slower approach at telling the story. It definitely was more slow-paced regarding different things. The combat, the story progression, the revelations, all of it was definitely at a more slow pace, especially considering last chapter, how we got a lot of different things and a lot of movement. This one, on the progression and everything all around, it was just a lot more slower paced. So we got a revelation that Ymir pretty much said she got these Titan powers from Comrades of Rainer and Bertolt. Now, I'd imagine what she means is just possibly those 8 people. Maybe there's more different 8 people that they probably work with Rainer or Bertolt at this point, because remember, in the last chapter we found out that Ymir got these powers possibly 60 years ago because she said she was rummaging around in that Titan form for 60 years. So for them to have been comrades of Rainer and Bertolt, they had to be around for 60 years. I'd imagine the comrades she was talking about are possibly Titans, the 8 Titans, and they've been around for so long, and that's how they're comrades to Rainer and Bertolt now, because 60 years ago Rainer and Bertolt wouldn't have been around. They were little kids when we saw them in the beginning of the series. And it also makes you think, exactly how did she steal these powers? Does she mean maybe she took the DNA, injected herself, ate a piece of a Titan? How did she get these Titan powers that she said she stole them from them? At this point, it's pretty much obvious that Rainer and Bertolt didn't do this on their own accord. There's a much bigger threat out there. Again, I think it has something to do with the 8 Titan, because the way Bertolt was acting in this chapter when they were basically saying, so everything he told us was bullshit, which at the same time, to be honest with you, I felt repetitive, because we did get that already for a couple different chapters. People being like, especially Eren and even Ymir, you basically lied to us, you said, you know, you did this and you were prideful, and all of it was bullshit. So that felt repetitive, but we did get the fact that, you know, it's driving home that Rainer and Bertolt aren't doing this because they're masochists and they just want to do this for the hell of it. They were forced and backed into a corner, possibly by the 8 Titan or people even larger than them, to do this, and there's no pretty much way out of it, which is really scary when you think about it, that the Armor Titan and Colossus Titan are scared of some threat out there. And that also drives home that the threat is far greater than what we previously thought. Throughout the chapter, it just really drove home how scared and how crazy Bertolt is in his head at this particular point because of everything he's been through, all of his troubles, and he probably really wanted to dilute himself into thinking that he was a soldier, just like Rainer did at some given point, because of whatever threat is forcing him to do what he's done. Because if you remember correctly, Rainer and Bertolt, mainly Bertolt, would have had to have been kind of young when they did the very first attack, knocking down the wall and everything. The one at Wall Maria, where pretty much Eren's mother was killed, they were kind of young, especially Bertolt. So for them to have done that, it means possibly that they were just like backed into a corner, didn't know what to do at that particular point. Them being older, maybe they might have gone about things in a different way, in a different manner, but for them at the time, it was probably the only thing they could do. Ymir with her bullshit, at the end of the day, it's like, who really cares whether you're doing it for yourself or for Historia? She is just at this point kind of being too complex to even care at this point. It's like, in the last couple chapters, she keeps just giving different reasons as to why she did a lot of these things. One minute it's for Historia, Krista, next minute it's for herself. She just keeps on switching it up, and this one, it seemed a bit more believable the way she was acting, but at the same time, it's like, you know that Ymir is kind of in control of things, especially Rainer and Bertolt are like, yo, at this particular point, she could take us out if she really wanted to, because she has a small exterior in her Titan form. She could pretty much knock us the hell out if she really tried, and, you know, just be problematic overall. But it's just like, what she was telling Historia and everything, it really is just a puzzlesome thing. It's just like, what is she talking about? Especially the bit where she was like, that outside of the walls is actually better if you can just get past the whole thing with the Titans. Like, yeah, civilized society, nah, that's terrible. Man-eating Titan environment is where it's at, bro. I mean, like, really, is society that bad to the point where you rather be with these Neanderthal animals that are gonna freaking rip you in half and eat you? This chapter definitely gave you more of that Mikasa feel, where Eren, I love Eren, I don't give a shit. I mean, she's pretty much willing to kill damn near anyone that gets in her path. She pretty much says, yo, there's a list of people that I give a fuck about, and Krista and Ymir ain't one of them. And that just goes to show that for Eren, Mikasa will go as dark as it takes, which is kind of scary because I don't want to see the character go too dark. Like, I'd imagine it'd be a damn shame and terrible if Mikasa went to the point to actually kill Krista just to get Eren back, because then at that point you're just killing innocents for no reason. But I still love that everything she just keeps on, give Eren back, I don't care, give him back. A little bit on that yandere type of stuff. The Hans bit I just found a bit funny. He thought he was doing some shit to Rainer, throwing that that little hook and everything. It's just like, Hans, you are old, drunk, you need to go back and sit on the wall or something because you ain't doing shit. What if he got fatterized and just snapped his neck right after he fell off of trying to get on the armor? Now that'd be some funny shit. Now the whole thing with what Urban was doing in this chapter, in the beginning it seemed as though he was rallying up the troops, ready to go, and then in the end of the chapter we see that he's running back with all these Titans coming forward. What is his actual goal in all of this? Because yeah, you got the Titans, they're gonna stop the armor Titan in his tracks, but at the same time, all of your friends, all of your comrades are right there. Is he just thinking like, yo, fuck all of them, at the end of the day, if I get all these Titans, they'll slow down, maybe I'll grab who I need to grab and keep it moving. But that's still sacrificing tons of your troops just to possibly get an outcome of maybe 1 or 2 people. I mean, wouldn't you put more importance in capturing Rainer and Bertolt than actually slaughtering everybody? I mean, Urban has been suspicious from the get-go anyway, when he was saying little things, whispering, and just, he's always had this weird vibe. And I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he shows to be a Titan or something. Maybe that's why he's confident in bringing all these Titans, because his ability is some crazy shit that we don't know of. Or it could be that he just really doesn't give a fuck and he's gonna sacrifice as many people as it takes to get his goal through. Which in that case, he's probably the most dangerous threat there. Overall chapter was a fine chapter. Definitely a little disappointed. The pacing just really wasn't there. We have action and we have everything, but it's just on a more minuscule level and on a more minor level. But we did get a couple of revelations, and overall the chapter was balanced out decently, but more so on the slower side. I give it 6.5 out of 10. Hopefully we get a little bit more next week, because we got a couple of revelations, a couple things here and there, but a lot of the chapter was just really dialogue heavy with no plot progression, and a lot of it was Bertolt whining and crying about people not understanding. We get it, people are forcing you to do this, or you felt like you were backed into a corner because of the bigger threat, but stop crying! You think Annie's gonna go for some bitch shit like that? You better grow some balls, Bertolt. You're the motherfucking Colossus Titan. What are you doing? But that's all I have for you guys today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. Thumbs up if you can't wait to see what Urban is actually planning. Is he possibly going to turn into some sort of Titan after luring all these Titans over there? Or is he just going to do some crazy massacre, wiping out tons of his soldiers? What do you guys think about Ymir saying that she pretty much stole the Titan powers from Comrades of Rainer and Bertolt? Who are the Comrades? Are they possibly ape Titans? And how did she exactly steal these powers from them? How dark do you think Mikasa would go to rescue Eren? At this point, I think she'd just be a cold-blooded killer. Anything at all to rescue her precious Eren. And your overall thoughts of the chapter, were you slightly disappointed like me? I mean, it was a decent chapter, but it definitely wasn't what I was hoping for, because for a monthly and for 50 pages, I have, I guess what you would say, a bit more of a higher standard, because, newsflash people, Shingeki no Kyojin is probably one of my top 2 favorite mangas to review. And with that being said, I'm ForneverWorld, and as always people, have an awesome day.